everybody, I'm Debbie with Debbie's Stamping Creations. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for stopping by and watching my video today. I'm very excited to have you here. If this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button below. And if you like what you see today, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Today I'm going to be showing you a double gatefold card using our Plentiful Plants suite out of the mini catalog. And don't forget, we just have a few more days of celebrations going on. So make sure you get that order in and don't miss out on getting the free product. So let's get started on our card today. Let me get the camera turned around. All right. We currently have the mini catalog still going until December, and we have celebrations going through the 30th of September. So if you need either one of these catalogs, let me know. Don't forget to use the host code when you place your order online, and you will also get a thank you card from me with a surprise in it. So today we are going to be using the Plentiful Plants suite out of the mini catalog. Here is the stamp set, and of course it has a die set that goes with it. We also have designer series papers that go with it, and I want to show you these papers because that's probably the coolest part of the whole suite, in the fact that the dies also work with the papers. So we have 12 by 12 paper, two-sided. The first one has a lot of plants on it. And the card we're doing today, I actually fussy cut some of those out. On the back of that page, we have a wood look. The next sheet in here has, you get quite a few sheets. All right, you got a leaf pattern. And on the back of that, you've got some bricks. And here's where our dies come in. Here's some plants. And on the back of the plants, we have some wood grain. And then we have some more greenery and some more bricks. And look at this. This is perfect for making card bases because you can cut it in half and cut it again, and you've got your card base all ready to go. And on the back of that, we have some, and then we've got our pots. On the back of that, we have some more leaves. So I want to show you the pieces that go with the die set, which would be your pots and your plants. The rest of these make great card, bases or card layers as well. But here you can see this cuts out, and we've got this one that cuts out. And we've got some pots that cut out. You can cut out this pot. You can cut out this pot. Got the little green pot here. It also has some dies that go with the stamps in the stamp set. So you can cut out some here. We also have a hanging basket, a hanging plant hanger. We have a die cut for this. And we have a die cut for here. So you can see these work really well because not only are they on the paper, they also work for your stamps. So it's like a double duty set here. So let's get started on our card for today. I love gatefold cards. I think they're just, it adds something to have the gatefold to open. So here's the card that we're going to be doing today. And as you can see, it's got a belly band on it. And here's your double gatefold. So this uses the Designer Series papers. As you can see, 3 different patterns from that. And on the front, I did die cut out the pot and the plant. And for the inside, I fussy cut from the other sheet, which has all the plants on it. So let's get started and you can see how I did the card. Let's set that aside here. Now we're going to start with a piece of Just Jade that's 5.5 by 11. So 5.5 this way and 11. And we're going to score this card to make the double fold, the double gatefold. So let's go ahead and get our board up here. Get things out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to score this at 1 1/4 inches to start with. 1 1/4 right there. Whoops, and we don't want the cutting blade, we want the scoring blade. The next score is going to be at 3 3/8, which is right below the 3.5. Then 7 5/8, which is just past the half. And then 9 3/4. Okay, so we've got that scored. Let me lay this out here so you can see. I'll also have these measurements in the description below. So if you miss it, don't worry about it. Now the first 2 pieces that we're going to cut are going to be 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I chose to use this paper. The next pieces that we're going to use are going to be 2 by 3 5/8. That leaves just a little bit of layer around the edge. And the last pieces that are actually going to be on the back of this part are the same. They're 2 by 5 3/8. And then of course we have our belly band, which is 1 by 11 inches. And then I use we have our insert piece, the middle piece that goes inside, and that's going to be 4 1/8. And then I used the Stitched So Sweetly dies to cut my piece that goes on the front layer. Okay. And like I said, I will put all of these measurements down in the description below if you didn't get them now. All right, so let's get started on putting the card together. Let me get my bone folder out. We're going to start with our base. And you're going to fold it over. Make sure you use your bone folder so that you get a nice crisp score here. And it's just like fan folded here, so you're gonna, and that gives us our card base, which is the double gatefold. Okay, so now we're going to start by putting our pieces on. All right, so we're going to start by putting our front pieces on. And we're just going to layer those. That piece was a little off. I think I had noticed that a little bit ago. So get this piece on. That one too is a little bit off. Let me cut another piece. I didn't have that straight apparently when I was cutting it. 1 3/8. Alright, that looks a little better. So we'll get these strips on. Then the second pieces that we put on are going to go right next to these on the front of the card. The last pieces that we're going to put on are going to go on the back of the card. So let's just get these on. After you get the cutting and scoring done, this card's pretty easy to do. And I love this Plentiful Plants. Okay, so the next piece that we're going to put on is actually going to go on the back, but this is going to show up on the front when the card is folded. So it's going to be like this. So let's go ahead and get those two pieces on. There's so many different patterns in this paper. It's just very nice to do a card like this where you need multiple different patterns that all kind of go together, and the plants are just amazing. So whoops, I try to rush and then I mess things up. So alright, so we've got all of our DSP pieces on. It's going to look like this. We're going to go ahead and finish our inside piece, and for this we are going to stamp a couple of things, and we're going to do this in our Just Jade that goes with our card base. So first we're going to stamp thank you right up towards the top, and we're going to put you were there for me and I am very grateful. And we're going to stamp that right underneath the thank you. Try to fit it all together. And then this is the plant that I fussy cut out of that paper, and we're going to attach it to this card insert as well. And I'm just using little bits of adhesive, just enough to hold it down. And you have to make sure that you don't have it over too far. So that's going to be the inside of our card. And there you go. Now for the belly band, our belly band is 1 inch by 11 inch. And when we do the belly band, some people like to score their belly band. I just like to put it on and fold it over. Now you need to make sure that it's not too tight, so that when you slide it off, you're going to be able to do that without too much trouble. So let's put this piece, no, let's put this piece over, and I'm going to just do a little bit there. And I'm leaving it just a little loose so that when I can move it up and down. See when it comes off? And then when you're sliding it back on the card, you should be able to slide it on without too much trouble. So now to finish the front of our belly band, we are going to die cut out a pot and a plant, and I wanted to show you how easy these work. So I'm going to be using this pot and this plant, and we are going to use my paper that I thought I had laying here ready to go. Oh, I do. It's right here. And I want to show you, you can see I've cut pieces out. That's actually the one I fussy cut the pot out of. So you can see you can go in here and cut out the pot that you're wanting to cut out. Probably the easy way to do this, if you were planning on just using this paper for that purpose, is to just cut it into strips and then die cut out everything that you want, and then you can keep a little container of them ready at your desk, and then when you needed one, it would be there. But I have been making so many cards, and I like the patterns on the other side as well, so I've just been doing piece by piece as I need them. So let's pull out our stamp and cut and emboss machine. And we are going to be needing these pieces. So we're going to put our pot here and use our die on that one. And then here's the plant. Oh, I cut the wrong plant. That's all right. We can go back and get the other plant. And get it right here. Then we can die cut these out. You can always use like washi tape or something to hold these into place. We don't have a magnetic plate for this one, so just have to make sure you get it in where you want it. Close that up and get it put away. Here are our pieces for our front of our card. There's our pot, and here's our plant. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp a greeting on the bottom to a dear friend. Again, I'm going to use the Just Jade to do that. Now, you need this, so this is a tight fit stamp on here. Let me get you back over here. So we're going to make sure we've got it just spaced on there to where it fits. And then we can put our pot right above it. And our plant right above that. plant right there. Get this closed up. Now when you fasten this onto your belly band, it will cover up the overlap that you have here. You can see I did this one maybe a little bit too high. The last one was down a little bit, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here and put our band on. And there you have your card. To a dear friend, thank you. You were there and I am grateful. The other one you can see I did a different plant on the inside. There's just so many choices that you can make on this card. So many different ways of doing it. But I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great day.